Hello everyone, we are Group G and we are going to present the bank run concept. So firstly, we need to distinguish between a bank run and a bank panic. So a bank run is a massive withdrawal of cash by depositors due to the decline of the solvency of banks, which makes the deposits less safe. And a bank panic occurs when all the depositors from all banks of a country want the deposit back in terms of cash. If we look now at historical examples, during the Great Depression of 1929, depositors got scared with the news and started to withdraw their money from the banks, so they all went to the banks and the process took a longer period of time compared to the crisis of 2008 because the depositors could make instant electronic transfers, which is called a silent bank run. And it is a very dangerous process since Wachovia, one of the largest diversified financial services companies at the time, lost $5 billion in a weekend.
As we mentioned before, what begins as panic may eventually turn into true bank's default. One method to increase banks' cash on hands is to sell off its assets before their maturity, sometimes at significantly lower prices. But losses on the sales of assets can eventually cause a bank to become insolvent. Central banks also have a key role since it is the lender of last resort that offer loans to banks that are experiencing financial difficulties and that are on the verge of collapsing. In response to the turmoil of the 1930s, governments took several steps to diminish the risk of future bank run, establishing reserve requirements which mandate that banks maintain a certain percentage of total deposit on hand as cash. Additionally, the US Congress established the Federal Deposit Insurance Corporation. This agency insures banks' deposits, avoiding panic and increasing public confidence in the financial system. A more drastic approach has been applied by Franklin Delano Roosevelt when in 1933 he declared banks shut down to ensure bank solvency so that they could continue operating. Banking is becoming increasingly digital. The bank run of the past may not prepare us for the realities of a future digital bank run. In fact, money can be transferred from accounts in greater volume and faster than ever. Additionally, greater global connectedness means that rumors and panic can spread faster. And finally, more and more banking institutions, as well as fintechs, have a global reach, making the impact of individual bank run even more unpredictable. Indeed, through open banking, we now have many third-party open service providers between banks and their depositors. These intermediary fintechs introduce a new dynamic and may encourage deposit clients to shift their money to another institution at the first sign of trouble. This further reduces thickness of deposit bases. Regulators and consulting firms will have to work together to see which regulation of the past is still effective and where new one is needed to manage risk in digital banking infrastructure. Encoding technical precaution, in fact, is crucial for this banking system.